Hi, I'm Angie, and I'm presenting today on behalf of MQ Agency. Thank you for the opportunity to work with you. We're here to support Optus in rebuilding trust and strengthening its reputation following the 2023 nationwide outage crisis. On November 8, 2023, Optus experienced a nationwide outage that disrupted services for over 10 million customers and 400,000 businesses across Australia. The incident began around 4 a.m. and lasted for more than 12 hours, affecting not only personal mobile and internet users, but also critical infrastructure such as hospitals, banks, and public transport. Importantly, it also impacted access to 000 services, which raised serious concerns for public safety. The cause was later identified as a routine software upgrade that triggered a network fault, isolating Optus's systems from the broader internet and setting off a chain reaction of system failures that prevented automated restoration. Initial public communication from Optus was slow, with updates lacking detail and failing to reassure key stakeholders. The federal government responded by launching a review and calling for stronger resilience measures across the telecommunications industry. In the months following, Optus offered limited compensation in the form of data bonuses, which was criticized during a Senate inquiry as inadequate compared to the scale of the disruption. A year on, significant regulatory changes have been proposed to ensure emergency services remain connected in future outages. From a communications perspective, there were some commendable parts in Optus's response to the 2023 outage. The company did eventually provide transparency around the technical cause and cooperated with government. However, key aspects of the initial response fell short of best practice expectations. According to Steve Harther's framework, effective crisis communication should begin with acknowledging the issue, showing empathy, taking action, and following up. In this case, Optus did not appear publicly until the day after the outage, which was noted in both media and political commentary as a gap in leadership visibility during a crisis. This lack of immediate acknowledgement and emotional engagement led to frustration among stakeholders and intensified public backlash. Instead of positioning itself as a central, trusted source of updates, Optus appeared reactive rather than proactive. Best practice recommends becoming a single source of truth and sharing consistent messages across the channels. In contrast, customers and the media turn to alternative sources for updates, which can lead to speculation and distrust. Situational crisis communication theory highlights the importance of matching response strategies to the type of crisis and perceived responsibility. Given that this was a preventable issue, stakeholders expected accountability and a visible commitment to resolution. A useful comparison is the KFC UK supplier crisis in 2018. KFC responded quickly, used humor appropriately, and maintained brand credibility through consistent messaging. Optus could have benefited from similar transparency and speed. These observations provide insight to what could be strengthened going forward, which I'll address in the next section. Optus deserves credit for cooperating with the government investigations and identifying the technical cause of the outage. These actions show a willingness to engage with accountability. However, further steps are needed to repair stakeholder trust and improve crisis preparedness. First, Optus should focus on building a crisis-ready culture. According to Eng's, crisis readiness involves more than just a written plan. It requires internal training, simulations, and clarity around the roles and responsibilities. This ensures faster, confident responses and reduces the risk to your reputation. Secondly, Optus should establish a permanent digital crisis hub on its website. This central page will house all critical updates during disruptions and act as a single source of truth for customers, media, and government stakeholders. This approach aligns with the best practice for using owned media effectively during a crisis. Thirdly, we recommend proactive stakeholder communication that highlights internal improvements such as infrastructure investments, revised risk protocols, and staff training. Regular updates through social media, newsletters, and press briefings will demonstrate accountability and reposition Optus as a transparent and customer-focused organization. Together, these strategies show leadership, rebuild credibility, and prevent future crises from escalating to the same degree. Thank you again for your time today on behalf of MQ Agency. I'll be emailing through the presentation slides and a summary of the key recommendations shortly. Please take some time to review them, and I'll follow up in 1 week to discuss with you how you'd like to move forward.